I'm now going to give a quick little summary of what's to come in the show, while at the same time telling you absolutely nothing whatsoever about the show, because it's a magic show. It's very difficult to describe, other than saying it's got some card tricks, some mind reading, some magic, illusion, magic. Yeah, so that's the show coming up. So, a lot of detail. Now I want to begin tonight by doing a demonstration, by giving you an example or a concept that's going to be coming out. Now this is a kitchen appliance, or a kitchen utility tool more like. It's going to be introduced very soon, and basically it's for vegetables, anything you want to cut very quickly. So, here it is over here. It's not quite out at the moment. And here it is. Wonderful device. A new item. Now you may be wondering, what's this got to do with Magic Show? Now, first of all, I'd love to give sort of factual demonstrations, or just whether it's about the history of wands, or it's about cooking, or about kitchen things. It's just a little addition to the show, really. So yeah, here it is. What you've got is a few different sections of which you can put different things, different vegetables, different fruits. So we can put blade, yeah, you can put these different things in like so. And the idea is when you cut down, you cut the vegetables. Now, ironically, these vegetables are already cut, but it's for demonstration purposes. It just shows what it does. Now, the reason I put it in the show is because it has a safety device, and people claim it's magic. Or it seems like magic anyway. It seems like magic, hence the reason I bought it, because I'd like to demonstrate that to you tonight. And what it is it cuts everything you would ever use in the kitchen, other than humans. Because obviously if you accidentally fall in, it could be dangerous. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you this evening. So may I have a volunteer? Is there anyone that's particularly willing to help me with this demonstration? Anyone feeling brave? Otherwise, I have a method. I'm choosing a brave person. We throw this just out into the room. Anyone feeling brave?
I'll help you out.
Sir, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
That's all right.
Thanks for coming up, first person up this evening, and with this, particularly brave. If you wouldn't mind standing just around this side of the table here. Are you right or left-handed?
I'm right.
You're right-handed, okay. In that case, could we use your left arm? Would you mind? Fantastic. And then, honestly, what I'm going to ask you is, would you mind placing it through here? Now we're going to do a test. I'm going to put some carrots in as well, because it will cut the carrots, but not you, sir. Now, first of all, what I must ask, as a precaution, can you feel this?
I can feel that.
You feel that? If I push down, can you feel pressure?
I can feel that.
So there is a bit of pressure there. That's okay. That's okay. It says if you feel pressure, I can't remember the rest, but so there's definitely pressure there. Okay. We'll go ahead anyway. So, I'm going to demonstrate this now. We're going to cut some carrots, but not you. What's your name, by the way?
It's Tom.
Tom, thanks for coming up.
That's all right.
So now, shall I say when I'm going to do it, or just do it at a random point? You know, like,
Random.
yeah. So when you go to the blood test, they don't tell me. So we'll do it that way. So yeah, nice day, isn't it? I was okay. It's a bit rainy at the time. Thanks for coming. Been to any other shows today, or
Yeah.
a few others?
Can't remember.
Traffic band? It's always band, I don't know why people are. I don't know really. Is your hand okay? Marvellous. Thank you very much. You may take your hand up. Thanks for helping. Marvellous. So, you'll see this in stores very soon. Now, I'm going to do a card trick. And this card trick takes me back to when I began in magic. Now, I'm not going to go too far or too much information into that because it's a story and it's that. But the magic side of it is, when I was younger, I used to perform at home to families, friends, not many, maybe one, sometimes one audience member, sometimes two audience members. And that's sometimes a difficulty because when you invite a couple of people on stage to perform, there's no one watching. So what I'd like to do now is take you back to that time when there was a lot of people on stage and not many people in the audience. So I'm going to need a couple of people for this. Would anyone like to help me with this? All you'll need to do is just take a seat in these chairs here. Is anyone in particular, or shall I throw these out? I'll throw one over that side and one over that side. Fantastic. Who's got that over there? Marvellous, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Madam, thank you very much. Make your way down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, thank you very much for coming. Would you like to take a seat? Hi, what's your name? Thank you very much. Please take a seat. Now, we're going to do a card trick. So I'm going to take you back to those days, many on stage, not many in the audience. So we're going to switch in 3, 2, 1, now. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much for coming this evening. We've got some volunteers on stage with me. What we're going to do is card trick, using a deck of cards. And what I'm going to do in a moment is pass this to someone on stage. Then what I'm going to need you to do, I won't throw it because it is a deck of cards. What I'm going to need you to do is just open the deck anywhere you like, have a look at the card, close it back up. That's all you need to do. And then you'll pass it to someone else. So would anyone like to take that first of all on stage? Thank you very much. Would you mind standing up while we're doing it? And then we'll... Fantastic, thank you. So, quickly have a peek, have a look. Remember one card. Got that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Would you mind passing that to someone else? Just remain standing at this point. Thank you very much, madam. And then the same thing again, just have a look at any card in the deck. Close it back down once you're done. Yeah. So now the volunteers are just having a look at the cards. Now, just pass to anyone else you like around you. Thank you very much, sir. And just save again. Cool?
Yep.
Fantastic. Wonderful. So that's done. In fact, I'll take the cards from you, but very open. Thank you. And place that behind the audience. And now, I'm going to try and read those on stage's mind. All three. Now, I'm going to try and name some cards in the deck. Not just any cards, specifically the cards that you looked at. That's the idea. So I'm going to name some cards. If I see your card, please don't react. Please don't say yes or no. But just keep a deadpan face. Six of diamonds. Four of clubs. Ten of spades. Ten of spades. Ten of spades. space. If I name your card, please take a seat.
Very much.
Perfect, thank you. So of course, we'll go back to normal, we can go back to how it was, and we'll carry on from there. Thanks for going on, thank you. Now, has anyone got a ring that I could borrow for this next routine? If you do have a ring, you don't mind me borrowing, if you wouldn't mind just holding it up just like this, and I can see, I'll come around and have a quick look, just have a look, see what's... we found right, that's very nice ring. Do you have another one? Is this worth a lot to you? So, is it worth a lot of money? Yes. And it means a lot to you? So, I don't tend to do a lot of routines with things that either mean a lot or are expensive because obviously they can get damaged or broken or so we won't use that this evening. So thank you very much for that. So we're going to do a card trick now. Of course, your ring still remains. So we will keep it safe instead. We'll keep it as safe as possible. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Well, of course, I haven't just stolen it, taken it. It's still in. Still your ring. So if I was to ask you, where would you think a safe place for a ring would be? So obviously you'd say maybe a pocket, but if you weren't wearing it, other than your finger, where would you say? Where would you keep a ring, for example? So maybe a box because that's safe, secure, usually where they come from. Now would you mind just joining me up on stage and we're going to try something now to make you up a bit. Cool. And would you just mind standing over here? Thank you very much. I'm just going to open this box just to clarify that is your ring.
Yeah.
And I'll place that into this little box. So it's as safe as possible. That's the idea. Happy with that? Cool. I'm going to close it now, and now I'm going to give you a little bag. That little bag is going to be this just here. Would you mind, in fact, taking the little blue box? Just dropping that straight in. Please take the bag, fold it up, and then take a seat back where you're at. Thank you very much. Time being. Fantastic. Now, we're going to try another experiment. Another demonstration. And now this one is with ESP cards. It's using ESP cards. Now you may have seen these, you may not have seen these. One of the only places you would have seen this is probably the beginning of the first Ghostbusters film. It's basically, they are extrasensory perception cards used to test for things as telepathy, mind reading, that kind of thing. You have 5 cards: the square, the star, the circle, the wavy lines, and the cross. Now they're invented in the United States in the 30s at Duke University to create an environment in which one could hold a card up, think of it, wavy lines, transfer that to someone else across the room and test to see if there's such thing, first of all, see if there's any patterns, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'd like to try that this evening. Now, does anyone here believe in psychic ability? Well, thanks for coming. But no, that's absolutely fine, because what I'd like to do is for someone particularly who doesn't believe in psychic ability, we're going to try a test anyway, and see if this old test that was created to test under test conditions, the test, I'd like to try that now. Would anyone like to help me and transfer some thoughts? Houston? Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for volunteering. What's your name, sir?
Oscar.
Oscar, thank you very much for coming on. You may take a seat just over here. Thank you. So we're using those cards, same cards. We'll take this away. Obviously I can see the order of these cards at the moment. I know where each one is and sorts of things. So if you don't mind taking the cards, give them a quick little mix up. You can do it under the table if you like, just to make sure it's all fair and square. Now you can keep cards in your possession for this, and just have a look through, pick one out and place it face down on the table. We'll start off with the simplest of ESP routines, which is just transferring the thought over. Anyone you like, and just place it down, keep the rest fairly concealed so I can't see what one's missing, basically. Now first of all, I must ask you, did you pick this out because it means anything to you?
No.
So round?
Yeah.
You play round. So even if it could potentially be subconscious, it could be a subconscious thought, potentially. Because people are usually drawn to different shapes depending on life situations or personality. Strangely enough, you can see all that in a shape. Very strange. I just need you to think of that card boldly, vividly, because obviously if I ask you to transfer that across, we don't every day transfer things across mentally. So just imagine that as clear as possible. I think it's quite an interesting one because mostly a lot of people, if they're on a journey, be wavy lines, go very psychological, crossroads in their lives, perhaps be drawn to that sort of thing. But the main one that people don't tend to go for is the star, because it's an obvious one to go with, because we're in the spotlight, it's quite big, it's bold, it's very colourful, it's nice. I don't know if we're giving this away or not. But it could be that double bluff on this. The other bold one's the square. But I don't think it is. I'm going to say the star. Is it the star?
Yep.
Thank you very much. How would you feel about doing the same thing but the other way around? I'm going to transfer the thought to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. So we have the remaining cards. I'm going to do the same mix them up. And I'm going to put this one here. Okay. That one there, and that one. And that one there. Yep. Before we do anything. Now we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Starting this side, so 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Think of those numbers, choose one of those numbers now. Please place your finger in front of that card. Yeah? So just drag that towards yourself, don't pick it up just yet. That one.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch these at this point. Okay. So this is the little envelope I had before we started anything. Yeah? Wave your lines. So, for the first time, the card you took. Thank you very much. Now, this is going very, very well.
Yeah.
It's going well. So, let's try something else. But with a few more cards. With a few more cards. Now, some of them have red backs, some of them black backs, because they're inconsistent. It's not massively common to find ESP cards these days, so they are the same. same symbols, but just duplicates of the symbols. There's maybe 5 or so duplicates of each, 5, 6 of each. You can see it throughout. Not like a deck of cards, you can't actually see them when you spread them out, does it? Now I'm going to give you one chance now, sir, to memorise the order. We've done well so far. Every phase at this point. Got that? Yep. Okay. Cool. So I'm now going to mix the cards up. I just found out on the floor. The floor is about 16 up, if that makes any difference. We're going to make some piles. So if I put this one, that one, that one, that one, that one there, put that one there, that one there, that one there, that one there, and then I go that one, that one, that one, that one there, 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 and there. This one, same so one, there, 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 there. This one is the
Cross.
So what we're going to do is that one, that one, that one, that one, that there, that there, that there, that there, and finally one more time, that there, that there, that there. So, on the back of this, I have the equivalent value for each card. So for example, the wavy lines equals 1, circles 2, stars 3. The order now is wavy lines, star, wavy lines, circle. Okay. So you already knew that.
Yeah.
So, wavy lines, 1, star 3, 1, 1, circle 2. Cool. Okay, we're going to use that later on. Thank you very much for your help, Oscar.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. Put these away. So now I want to play a game. A game that obviously incorporated magic once again. A game that many may remember from school, or you usually play it to see who gets the bigger piece, things like that. It uses the symbols. And let's play. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Is a. Rock, paper, scissors. Is a. Rock, paper, scissors. Is a. Rock, paper, scissors. Is a.
So, we're going to play rock, paper, scissors, and for this, I'm going to need 3 volunteers to be the weapons, to be the rock, to be the scissors, to be the paper. Don't need to act, but just take part with these wonderful acts.
Yeah.
Is anyone that'd like to be one of those? Yes, sir? Thank you very much indeed. Would you like to come up? What, anyone else? 2 more people?
She wants to come.
Yeah, at the back, wonderful. More than one. Anyone else?
Just a second.
Now, I'm going to throw one just over here.
This one. Over the shore.
Is that cases.
second.
Right, thank you very much. Hello there. Would you mind just standing there? Thank you very much for coming up. So you're probably in the right position. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, would you mind just standing over there? So, thank you very much. So, here we have, what's your name?
Amy.
Amy, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for coming up. Toby. Thank you very much for coming up. Now you may put those on, that's the natural thing to do at this point. So, fantastic. Now, the next thing, I'm going to need someone to play rock, paper, scissors to change around the weapons, of which are the scissors. Now, for theatrical purposes, they are here. Paper, for less theatrical reasons. Yeah. Thank you very much. And then the rock. Oh, bear with me with this. Perfect. Now, is there anyone out there that would like to play rock, paper, scissors, that would like to change this combination of rock, paper, scissors? Lisa, thank you very much. Would you mind coming up? Thank you very much. So I'm just going to need you to stand over here. What's your name? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, just in case there's anyone that doesn't know how to play rock, paper, scissors. Scissors beats paper, because it cuts paper. Rock beats scissors, because it blunts scissors. And paper beats rock, because it wraps and does something to rock. So in a moment, I'm going to face this wall, blindfolded. And what I'm going to need you to do, sir, is just change over the combination. So either you can switch two from the end, or scissors and paper, but just one switch. That's it. Fantastic. I'm just going to turn away now. I'll go up there first before I do this. Cool. So, you may now change two weapons over, please. Wonderful. Now, sir, please, would you mind just calling out two of the coloured hats, the two teams?
Blue and red.
Blue and red. I'm going to have to say at this point, does the blue team, no, does the red team beat the blue team now?
Yes.
Fantastic. Now, please switch two weapons over once again, any two you like. Yeah, wonderful. Now, if you wouldn't mind just calling out two colours once again.
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue this time. Does yellow beat blue?
Yes.
Amazing. Now this time, would you mind switching two of the hats over? Just two of the coloured hats instead.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Now please call out two colours once again, please.
Red and blue.
Red and blue again. Does red beat blue?
Yes.
Fantastic. Now we're going to just okay, now this final time I'm just going to need you to switch over either two hats or two weapons. Either one you like, but don't need to say which one I'm switching over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's all done. Thank you very much. We've done enough of those. Of course. But this piece of cardboard over here, being here the whole show. let's have a look at your combinations then. Does blue beat red?
Yes.
Yellow beat blue?
Yeah.
Red beat yellow?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming up, thanks for playing, thanks for participating. Thank you for that, thank you very much. Thanks for helping. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask this evening is you may have noticed a little piece of paper and a little pencil. The next thing I'm going to need you to do with those little pieces of paper and pencil is just, if you wouldn't mind, writing on there a personal interest. So something you personally enjoy doing. So if you enjoy playing football, put that. But for example, would you like watching football? Not that. Just something you like doing personally. So cycling, football, something like that. Thank you. Wonderful, and then you just fold that piece of paper up one Cool. Are we about there? Now, next thing I'm going to do this evening is just draw your attention to this little table over here. Are we going to... Imagine your ring. Would you mind coming up just with that for a moment? In fact, just placing that plate onto that table just there. Just the whole, yeah, wonderful. Thank you. And then you mind just standing in the centre? Thank you very much. So, possessions that mean a lot. This is, in fact, quite good that this means a lot to you, because it's obviously, if I was to say, I'm going to throw this in the bin, that feeling, that twang, that temper, not good, as with anything. Whether it's a car that someone's going to steal or whatever it is, something beloved to you, a dog, child, whatever. Something that you love. So, your ring. That feeling is a very unnatural thing to do. You just need to neutralise that feeling of despair, should it go missing. And take it away from there, but instead put all the emotion and sentiment into that paper bag over there, on that table. Now forget about this, imagine that's just a piece of paper with nothing in it now. Would you mind taking this, or picking this up, this bag? Or in fact, you can just take out what's inside the bag. Thank you very much. Now on the front of this box, you'll see there is a combination lock with a little red line. That's where you can sort of put the combination in. First of all, would you mind just twiddling the combination just to make sure that is fully secure and locked? That's important. Cool. Now, have we ever met before? No. No. Now, I would say, do I remember the combination? First of all. But that's not so important. The question is, do you know the combination? Well, in this instance, you know the year you were born. Would you mind putting that into the combination lock? Does that work?
Yeah.
Marvellous. So now you may open that box. Absolutely, open that box. Inside, what is inside that box? Another box. You're very welcome to open that box. And what's inside? Vanished. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, the next thing I'm going to do this evening is an escape act. Now, obviously magicians are asked, can you make someone vanish? Can you make someone appear? Can you teleport to the other side of the room? Cut someone in half? But no, we're not going to do any of those right now. We're going to do some escapology. Escaping. But while I'm being locked in, the one from Marissa, who's working backstage, is going to quickly come round with a little box. If you wouldn't mind putting your little piece of paper that you wrote on earlier just in that box. Thank you. Cool. Well, I'll come in like that. Because that lock, so just make sure that's fine. At this panel, just make sure it's all dandy basically, just make sure it's real at this point. Happy with that? Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Would you like to have a look down here at these? Just make sure all the links are good to go. Thank you very much. Marvellous. Thank you very much indeed. Now, so would you mind locking me in to this? So I'm going to hold it like that so it's as close. Basically, you can go as close as you like to it. The closer, the more difficult. If you'd like to remove the key, fantastic. Happy with that?
Yep.
That's probably as tight as it can go. In all honesty. Thank you very much. And then if you want to do the same on the other side, so as the other lock. Locking it up if you wouldn't mind. Bring the two chains together and then throw that through. And wonderful. The keys are gone. So I'm now locked in. Locked into these shackles. Now magicians like to time themselves, get a faster time every time. That's what I'm going to try and do this evening, basically do that. So you're happy with those locks, all good and secure. Now I'm going to use a stopwatch to do the escape. Just to time myself, but before we do anything, please just double check these. Are you happy with those? Good. They're secure, locked. I mean, if I make my hand really small, it's quite difficult. So, I'm going to escape in a moment. I don't think I have my stopwatch today. But we'll use something else today. Before we do anything, just secure locks. It's very tight, extremely tight. So instead of using a stopwatch, if you wouldn't mind just doing a countdown, so sort of like a 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Wonderful locks, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. So the next part of this evening is another transferring of thoughts. We've done the ESP. But this time I want it to be more personal. Not to me, but more personal, using one of your thoughts in the audience, one of your interests. Now, may I have a volunteer that would like to just take one of the pieces out of the box and then try and transfer that interest over to me? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to help? Thanks. Is that you, sir?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Would you mind helping us? Thank you very much. Thank you for volunteering. Thank you very much. What's your name?
I don't speak English very well. So
Well, what I'm going to need to do is take one of the interests out of the box. In a moment's time, I'm going to then ask you if you could draw as well as you can what that interest is. Please take just one of those out. Happy with that? Cool. Have a look at that. Don't show me what it is. Some of the audience may have seen it, that's fine. But at this point, what I'm going to need you to see is to take. Do you think you can draw this? Roughly, or give an idea of what that is by drawing it. Yeah? If you wouldn't mind just taking that piece of paper, and then the word you saw on there, if you could just draw that as best you can, but if you face that way, I'm going to face this way.
okay.
Okay. Cool. So you can begin now. Is it, have you finished?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, would you mind showing the audience that what you draw? So you can stay up at this point. Thank you, but that's a really good drawing actually. So what was the word? Just, what was the word on the piece of painting? Painting. Fantastic. So back to this. Happened earlier. What I'm going to give you is this here. Now, obviously dictionary. Let's try this. Would you mind turning to page 131? 131. Would you go to the, on that page, the first column? 2 down. What is the word? What is the word? 2 down.
Canvas. don't speak this.
Canvas. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for your interest. Thank you very much. Now, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to you all for coming, first of all. It's been a privilege to be able to perform to you halfway through the third week of the Fringe. I hope you've been having a great week. It means a lot, just the support to come down. Thank you very much indeed. If you'd like, I know on the Edinburgh Fringe website, where you can book tickets, things, everyone, you're all welcome if you want to write a review on there. That's fine, whatever you think, whatever you thought. Basically. But no, it just helps in terms of feedback. But otherwise, thank you very much for coming. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for playing along. And good night. Thank you very much.